Before we jump into the video, today is Memorial Day. And first and foremost, I hope you guys are having a fantastic, healthy, and safe Memorial Day, whether you're barbecuing with your family, all of that. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. But most importantly, Memorial Day is about essentially giving thanks and recognizing those who have fought for this country, those who have served this country, that have lost their lives. So as we're out there barbecuing and all that good stuff, let's remember those who have lost their lives fighting for us to be able to have a day like today and have off for the people who have off. But also, I know that it's for the people who have lost their lives and the people who have fought. But let's also remember those who are still alive, still fighting for our country, and still serving. So, hope you guys are having an awesome Memorial Day, and let's jump into this video. What is up, Finn fans? You could tell by the title, we're going to be talking a little AFC East championship. Riddick is very high on the Miami Dolphins. He was on NFL Live, I think it was, or just ESPN. And they were talking about the AFC East, and Riddick, he's riding high with those Dolphins. So we're going to listen to that. He also kind of talks about the way Tua is looking now. So I also have an article from Joe Shad talking about that and talking about what Jalen Waddle has to say about that. Some people are calling him fat. I wish I had Tua's body. I'm fat. Tua's not fat. And then comment of the day. One of you guys, Kevin, sent me something that I'm going to open. So that's what we got going on today. But real quick, before we jump into the video, Michelle Migliardi, I hope I said your name right, donated 2 more tickets to the preseason game versus the Atlanta Falcons. So now I have 2 sets of 2 tickets to give away. Are you kidding me? You guys are amazing. This is why I do what I do, because you guys are amazing. Thank you, Michelle. So yeah, essentially, 2 people are going to win, and you're going to win 2 sets of tickets to the Atlanta Falcons game. So now you have double the chances to go to the preseason game versus the Atlanta Falcons. So thank you guys for donating. And then real quick, I do have to shout out a new member, and that is Barry Galmer. Hope I said your name properly. If you'd like to join, the membership is the join button next to the subscribe button. And if you'd like to become a Patreon, it is linked in the description below. And again, to the Patreons, episode 1 and 2 of Walking and Talking are up. If you want some behind the scenes, some in-depth things that I might not even have mentioned on here yet, go check it out. Episode 1 and 2 are up. And like I said to the members, you guys got some special stuff coming your way. So without further ado, let's listen to what Riddick had to say. So I made it small, and I think it should be good enough. Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed. I think it was just Fox that likes the copyright claiming. I don't know if it's ESPN, but I did edit it, and it's about 3.5 minutes long, even though the full clip is long. Just...
What do you think, Lewis?
Well, look, I'm one of those people who thinks the window's still open for Buffalo. Obviously, the Jets are going to make their run. You just hope that they're able to come out of the gate strong. But I still think this is Miami's year. And I know people are going to say, Tua's not going to play 13 games. He can't play 12 games. Look, we don't know. Hopefully, he can get 16 in. And he can be healthy during the playoffs. Because if he does, I just like this football team match. And I've been saying it consistently all offseason. I like the explosive firepower that they have, not just in the pass game, but in the run game as well. And we saw that. We saw when Mike McDaniel commits to the run game, how it opens up the passing game and takes pressure off of that offensive line.
Yep.
We know this defense is going to be better this year. We know Vic Fangio is that guy. And he has some absolute players to work with on all 3 levels. They're stacked. They've got athletes, they've got youth, they've got speed, they've got size. And this is a football team that...
Lewis. Come on, man.
Tasted some success last year. They believe in what Coach McDaniel's doing down there. They believe that on offense they're never out of it because they can strike you in a hurry. And so, look, I just think as long, and I know it's a big bet, and it's a bet I'm willing to make. If this quarterback can stay healthy, man, and he can be ready when playoff time comes around, they're winning it. They're winning it.
It's nuts to think that someone's got to come in third and fourth in this division, like the Jets with everything they just did, and the Patriots.
Well, Patriots are. No offense, Patriot fans, but you never know. They could surprise the crap out of everyone and win the division again for the 400th time, but they're probably going to be fourth.
Patriots, who could easily have the best defense in football this year, right? That could happen, and they could wind up in fourth in the division. I got to say, Lewis, I'm with you all the way on your analysis, but Diana, I agree with you because as much as I'm hoping that Tua can stay healthy, when they made the decision to let him play 4 days after he clearly suffered a neurological event, I've watched the fight game long enough, guys, to see where a guy can get rewired if he gets back in there too quick. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm not trying to speak it into existence, as the kids say, but man, those are some raindrops to dance through.
No, it's
Why do people talk out of their butts? Miami Dolphins were under a full investigation. A third independent neurologist came out and said it. And he was cleared Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Me personally, I wouldn't have played him against the Cincinnati Bengals in that game because he even said, and the third independent neurologist said, the stumble was because of his back when he got bent backwards at the goal line. So if I'm the Dolphins, I'm not playing him against the Bengals because of that. That interception in the beginning of that Bengals game was him trying to toss it down to Tyreek Hill, but his back was janked and he couldn't get it. So they were investigated and they found no wrongdoing. And again, he was cleared for 4 straight days, not by the team, by a doctor, by the NFL's doctor.
certainly
17 weeks.
It's a gigantic challenge, and you feel for Tua. He doesn't want to be the face of the NFL's concussion situation, but
he got 2 of them.
He's doing everything he possibly can to try to make this season go differently, right? And to obviously protect himself, his health, and his life.
And that's the thing, like I talked about Tua, is he's smart, right? He's taking the Jiu-Jitsu, and it is Jiu-Jitsu. Every time I say that, someone in the comments goes, it's Judo, not Jiu-Jitsu. It's Jiu-Jitsu. I understand that when he was on, I forgot, for the Super Bowl, he said Judo, and then he corrected himself. It's Jiu-Jitsu. And I will show you how it's Jiu-Jitsu, because he even says it. But he's taking the Jiu-Jitsu, new helmet, and then obviously he's bulking up, which we're going to talk about.
But, you know, Lewis made a lot of good points as to why this Dolphins team could be good
Lewis,
if he's on the field.
I'm with you because the Bills have the best shot, I think, given everything.
Yeah.
But, Lewis, I'm with you if the Dolphins stay healthy. They can win the Super Bowl if they stay healthy.
No.
But isn't that, and I'm going to make a video specifically on it, because I noticed there's a lot of ifs. Tomorrow and Wednesday, we got OTAs, so maybe on Friday, because Thursday's June 1st, and I got a video for that too. There's a lot of teams, right? If Patrick Mahomes tears his ACL, they're screwed. If, we could say ifs about everyone. I'm going to make a video about it.
Let's pick the Jets, by the way. No.
I know, but the Jets might. Look, the Jets can win double digits easily.
Yeah.
This just inflated. Check out the difference in Tua Tagovailoa's build, his physique from OT.
So people see the picture of Tua Tagovailoa, and they're like, "Wow, look at him here. He's got a little wider here, and he's got a little wider here, and oh, wait a second, he's wearing a hoodie underneath his jersey." People literally call him fat. They said this man right here looks fat.
OTAs in 2022 to OTAs this season. Lewis.
You see the difference? The skinny arms.
Hey, look, whatever, Tua's continuing to mature. Remember, he's still a young guy by NFL standards, and I like the fact that he's putting on muscle, and that maybe he's just trying to make sure that everything that he can do to go ahead and last a 17-game season, he can do, that he's going to do. The thing that scares you, obviously, you can't weight lift for your brain. You can't weight lift to kind of like prevent concussions. That's the only thing that really stinks about this game. And I'm just hoping that that part of it, he's able to kind of like just mitigate by way of getting the ball out quick. His offensive line plays well. They run the football. Because if he stays healthy, they're winning the East, man. I'm just telling you. They're winning the East.
I'm with you. He's got to dance between those raindrops, though.
So again, Louis Riddick very high on the Dolphins, and again, there's that if Tua stays healthy, they're going to win the East. That's what he says. I think there's more than just Tua. I honestly think the offensive line, stuff like that. There's more than just him. But we saw it. We saw it in 2021. We saw it in 2022. They have a much better chance of winning, even with a different system and a different head coach. The Dolphins have a much better chance winning with Tua at the helm. Now, real quick, they talked about Shanahan and they talked about Mike McDaniel and rushing. And who is this? Scout and Margot Berner, I think that's at TVille24, posted an image of the second year in the Shanahan scheme. So league ranking rushing grades for the 49ers and the Falcons. Year 1, 32nd ranked for the 49ers. Year 2, 5th ranked. Year 1 for the Falcons, 30th ranked. Year 2, 6th ranked. Year 1 for the Dolphins, 28th ranked. We'll see what happens in this second year. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about Tua's, the way he's physically looking. Because again, is it going to help? Like Louis Riddick said, you can get bigger, but is it really going to equate to the concussions? And I think it can, but let's see what Joe Shad had to say on the Palm Beach Post. He said Dolphins receiver Jalen Waddle was working out with Tua Tagovailoa this summer when the quarterback revealed he had to go. He was like, bro, I got to go to Jiu-Jitsu. And again, reiterating it's Jiu-Jitsu. Waddle said this week, I was like, hey, bro, go and rock out. You got it. He got some moves. I told him to teach me a little something. He's been working on his craft, but that just shows how much he bought in. And I think the more he does it, the more it becomes second nature. Again, I have to see it in play. I would love to see him take a sack and not hold my breath, or see him shrug more sacks off because he's getting bigger and because he's taking the jiu-jitsu and because of all these things. But I don't know. I got to see it. Tua's learning how to fall with reducing injury risk, particularly from concussions. Mike McDaniel said, I've seen a guy that followed through with his word, as well as a young man that I've come across in my career. Controlling the controllable is something that I would epitomize his offseason with. You want to talk about going above and beyond, training and martial arts. And again, that's what I like about Tua. He's not going to be like, oh, whatever, they'll just give me a new helmet. He's like, I'm going to work on that. Oh, I did that. I did horribly this year. I'm going to work on that. Oh, I didn't do well this. I'm going to work on that. Tua appears to be wearing a new helmet designed to limit the effect of head impact. Tua appeared to be accurate and confident in spring practice, open to the media. And yes, Tua appears bulked up. Even Nick Hicks, who's his trainer, said he's up there. He's in like around 215-ish. Tua appears bigger, stronger, and no, there's no reason to panic about this. Tua intentionally bulked up and strengthened his neck, and it looks like his legs and chest too. I mean, his legs look like giant, just pieces of, like, it's just, there's one picture of him planting a throw, and it's just like, skapow! Again, I wish my legs looked like that. My legs look like bowls of jelly. No quarterback can avoid being hit, but Tua is going to do everything he can to avoid being sidelined like he was in 2022 and other seasons too. The work that he has done this offseason, it was so obviously beneficial that we've incorporated in some of our drill work that we'll do with the quarterbacks too, McDaniel said. I think it was Teddy Bridgewater made the point to me last year. As a quarterback, you go, September starts, and then you get tackled. As a quarterback, you go, September starts, and then you get tackled. I had to reread that because I was like, what? And then you get tackled for 6 months, and then you do it again until September. Then you don't again until September. Oh, okay. I should have kept reading. How can we help train quarterbacks to stay healthy? So essentially what Teddy Bridgewater's saying is you don't get tackled, and then September starts, and then you get tackled for 6 months, and then you don't get tackled again for a long period of time. So it's like this wear and tear on your body, and how can you work on that? Tua's listed at 6'1", 212, 217. Some people, the pettiness of some really don't believe this man is 6'1". And perhaps he'll carry a few more this season. Tua's personal trainer, Nick Hicks, like I said Tua is jacked and currently 225. Oh, I shorted him 10 pounds. More importantly than scrambling, could be carrying a frame that holds up to the rigorous of tackle football. There's been a lot of areas of focus, Tua said this offseason. Obviously, strength would have been a really big throughout the offseason for me, with getting my legs under me, kind of building my upper body, building around my neck, my core. All of that has been taken into consideration, and I've been doing a lot more to try to help myself sustain this season. Waddle believes Tua and the offense are about to take a giant leap forward year 2 of the system. Tua's been great. Waddle said, you're all going to see it. Tua and McDaniel and Waddle and everyone are hoping the Jiu-Jitsu training will help keep Tua on the field. What does the training look like? I mean, come up here, McDaniel joked with the reporter. McDaniel's like, come up here. What? He like flips him over. Just picture this, McDaniel said. It's a lot of strategic falling that is patterned after things that happened to our quarterback during the season. So kind of recreating those things, because the master of Jiu-Jitsu had to study some game tape to understand how he was falling, where the impact point were and what he could do to help correct it. By and large, you find out that the core strength is very much important when you're talking about the transfer of energy of the human body going to the ground and different things that you can minimize that are strategic. But then strengthening of the core, that when you're going to the ground, the top of your torso isn't just leverage whipping device. Yeah. So essentially, when Tua was getting hit and he would hit the ground, like the one with the Cincinnati Bengals, when he would he kind of like it was like one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a 1-2 punch. Whereas you strengthen your core, when you hit, you can kind of hold your head up. So you can, and then kind of land, and then maybe gently put your head down instead of the 1-2. And that's kind of what happened when he got pushed by, I don't even care what his name is. It was that foam that people thought, oh my God, concussion, because he stumbled. It's about your core. If you can strengthen your core, it's what wrestlers do too when they smack the ground. Keep your neck up so you don't smack your head. No black belt, he said. I mean, we're not dabbling in this to be novices. We're trying to own it. It's interesting. We'll see if it pays off. Again, I'm not going to be sitting here being like, Tua looks great. Oh my God, Tua's the best. He's taking jiu-jitsu. He's going to flip me over. No. It's nice to see. And like I said, it always makes me happy that he is taking the steps to prevent things from happening and to get better. He's done that every single year, and if you notice, every single year he's getting better at the things he was worse at. Like this year, not pushing the ball down the field, boom, pushing the ball down the field. You ever see what I'm saying? Like he's getting better. First year kind of off with his accuracy, second year one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. I like that he's working on it and he doesn't rest on his laurels. Speaking of looking good, and this is the last thing I'm going to talk about before I open this package. Jalen Phillips is ripped. The Miami Dolphins are not farting around with this season. They ain't messing around. These guys are taking this stuff incredible. Like, did you see Braxton Berrios too? Like, I'm telling you, this Dolphin team is not messing around. Before I open this package, let me grab it. I need scissors too. I want to give you guys a little update on what this week's going to look like video-wise, obviously tomorrow's OTAs. So is Wednesday, the 31st. And then June 1st comes on Thursday. I'm going to make a June 1st preview video, kind of talking about what we could expect and what to not get your hopes with. Because I've been messing with you guys a lot when it comes to Dalvin Cook. But I want to reiterate to you guys that a lot predicates to if Dalvin Cook's going to come to Miami. So you're gonna get 2 videos on Wednesday because I want to give you guys a preview of what we could expect with getting more money, how much money we have, and stuff like that. So when it comes to let me move this out of the way so I can open this box. Wednesday you're gonna need 2 videos. That's essentially what I'm trying to tell you. I'm giving you more content because I love you guys. Hey Doug. Longtime Dolphin fan since 72. Kevin. And a fan of your YouTube channel. Had some collectibles I found in storage. I thought you might like. Some of these things are decades old. Hope you can find a place for these. God bless and go Dolphins. Thank you, Kevin. What'd you send me, you beautiful human being? You know what's funny? He used these as like padding. But I could use these. Especially like when I want to send stuff out to winners when I do giveaways. These things are very good. Oh, 2002 team calendar. Who's on the back? You got Daryl Gardner, Erdan Gadsden, Tim Bowens, Todd Wade, Zach Thomas, Rob Conrad. Love that fullback. OJ, Juice, Derek Rogers, Jay Fiedler, and Jason Taylor. I want to know who's on my birthday. September. How is this still blown up? How is this still blown up? Oh, this is a cool cup. It's not even opened. Oh, there's a t-shirt in there. There's an extra large t-shirt in there. Kevin, should I open this and wear the shirt? Because I would love to wear that shirt. But you haven't opened it, so I kind of don't want to open it on you. Oh, this is nice. Miami Dolphin teddy bear. I'm going to give it to my daughter. And then we have pillowcase. And is this a cooking apron? Oh, I'm wearing this. I'm wearing this when I'm barbecuing. Oh, yeah. It's cooking apron. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you, my man. And then at the bottom, more security. Another envelope. Kevin, I appreciate you, my man. And I really do love everything you just sent me. I'm going to definitely use a lot of it. Again, let me know if it's okay that I open that mug and wear that t-shirt, because it looks like it's a really cool throwback t-shirt and has the logo on it that I like. If you guys ever feel like you want to send me something, don't feel like you need to. But the P.O. box is in the description below. And if you do send me something, I will open it for comment of the day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys tomorrow. OTA's day 4. Like I said, day 4, day 5. You're getting 2 videos on Wednesday. June 1st is on Thursday. It's not going to be like free agency. And again, I'll talk more about this on Wednesday, where June 1st hits and all of a sudden, wow, all this stuff happens. No, that's not how it's going to happen. You might see Dalvin Cook get cut as soon as June 1st comes. Because again, it kind of was already hinted at. But yeah, I got a lot planned for you guys. I got a lot. And then June 2nd is the last OTAs. And then the following week is mandatory mini camps, and then they're done. And then I start my position camp battle videos. So I got a lot for you guys. I don't take off, but I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. But like usual, stay classy. FN's out.